Hello and welcome to another video. It's just me. I'm in the woods and I'm heading to the shelter. It's all looking good. It's all here. That's great. I need to take that stick out. Lovely stuff. So I've not got a lot of gear with me today. I am only here for one night, so there's no need for lots of gear. Got my poncho, and this is the new stove that I'm going to be trying. First aid kit, warm socks. I've got a new container for cooking in that nestles into this carry more sort of Nalgene style bottle, so that'll be fun to try. Sleeping pad and some blankets. So just looking to see if there's anything hiding under the bracken. Now bracken, if you're new to the channel, you might not know, but bracken is definitely not edible, so please don't go eating it. It also harbours ticks, so while it can be used as temporary thatching and temporary bedding, it's really important that you give it a good shake or pass it through smoke before you actually use it for any projects. There's a mushroom here. So if that's a poisonous one, that's a brown roll rim, and I know that because it's got an enrolled margin. Brown, you can't really make out the zonations on the top, but it's brown. You can see it's kind of got this bruising on the gills. Really common mushroom, but that's not edible. That will make you really ill, so don't eat that. Well, we have been finessed. We've been finessed because last time we was here there were so many and there were some really good edibles, so but never mind. The new stove that I have is this tiny little alcohol burner. I got it because I was inspired by Modern Tara at the Log Hoppers, who showed that you could make a tiny little stove and you could burn nail polish remover as a fuel. Now I know this is not very good for the environment, but I just want to try it and basically see how long it takes to boil a tub of water, because that and that is so much lighter than carrying around a great big massive wood stove. I've also got a classic solar fuel stove as well. I'm sure you guys have seen one of these before, but I've bought this to use as a stand. Also, before it gets too dark, and while we're on the topic of the Log Hoppers, if you follow them, then you'll probably already know that Tara is an artist, and if you don't follow them then you should, so I'll leave a link to their channel in the description below. So if you're following me but you're not following them, get over there and follow them. And some of you may not actually know this, but I'm also an artist as well. I am, formally trained. I studied at university, stuff like that, blah 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 blah. And a couple of months ago, some of you said that you'd actually quite like to see the kind of art that I do and see what I get up to. So this is my foraging logbook, and every time I go out for a walk I take photos. I try and keep a record of the mushrooms that I'm actually seeing, and yeah, I just thought I've got it with me just in case obviously I see anything interesting while I'm here, and I just thought I would show you guys some of my sketches just while we're here. So that's a stump puffball, got an amethyst deceiver there, and these aren't like crazy sketches, these are just, your standard sort of horse's hoof. That one is the black witch's butter. So yeah, I just thought I'd share this with you guys if there's anything else in here that's worth showing you. A broken panther cap, you know, so while I'm not showing my proper artwork, like my big pieces of art, I do actually draw as well. So I just thought that yeah, I just thought that this would be a good opportunity for me to share that with you guys, because I know a lot of my mushroom videos, a lot of people kind of really enjoy them, and I've been getting a lot of questions as well, like offline questions about foraging and stuff like that. It's only one of the many skills that you should have if you're an outdoor person. But yeah, so that's my foraging logbook. I was hoping to find a couple of mushrooms to add to my dinner. However, there's not really much out at the moment. I think that we caught the last of the big flush last time I was here. There is this crusty blusher. This is a member of the Amanita family. Yeah, it is edible, but it's in such poor condition. I'm not gonna eat it because it doesn't look very nice. So while this blusher isn't really in good enough condition for me to eat, it's excellent condition to be sketched. It is a really, really good way to learn them if you're artistically inclined. Collect up a bunch of mushrooms, take them home, do some drawings of them, like some really, really close-up drawings of them, and it will help you to learn the key identifiable features. Because if you see them and you draw them, then it will commit them to memory. Evening socks, as they're called. So this is our little stove setup. We've got the BCB casual, really common folding solid fuel stove as a base, with some rocks just to stabilize it a little bit, and then the alcohol stove with the fuel inside, and there's also a toilet paper tablet in here that's sort of soaking up the fuel and will hopefully act as a bit of a candle. And there's this little tiny folding top, and I believe that should be big enough to sit my little pot on. So this is the first time I've used this out in the field, so I'm not gonna do anything fancy to light it. I'm just gonna light it with a toilet paper tablet. Put that in there and light it. And the toilet paper tablet basically serves as like a candle wick, so it will give me a flame that I can actually see for safety reasons. But obviously this is a really good option if you're trying to be stealth, because the alcohol does burn with an invisible flame. It's definitely a really, really good option for like a stealthy cook system. You can hear the birds starting. The birds always do this just as the sun sets. So I remembered my photography light this time, so I can actually film when it's dark. You can see it's starting to get dark. Can also starting to see my breath. Obviously we're not going to have a fire for warmth tonight. We've just got this little stove with us to cook. But I do have the wool blanket. I've also got an extra fleece, so I've got gloves. I'm sure we'll be fine. So that's that water boiled. So we're going to make a quick brew. And for dinner, we have this. This is sweet and tangy barbecue beans. This was less than £2 from Lidl, I believe. So we're testing this out along with the stove because I feel like this could potentially be a good bug out bag option. If you know, you know. I'm actually really impressed with this stove. It's still going. It's built the water, no problem at all. And now we're going to see if we can also get enough burn on it to cook our dinner. I reckon we will. And I've got a whole bottle of fuel with me, so there's no worry about running out of fuel. Get the beans in there. Just got to make sure that we don't tip this stove over. Usually I prefer an open fire, but it doesn't hurt to come out, try new pieces of gear and practice a different set of skills. You probably can't hear it boiling over the birds, but it's very much heating up in there nicely. Stove is still lit. Beans are heating up. Rice and beans, guys, rice and beans. So this is a 250ml bottle of fuel. I used that much, so about a fifth of it. So 50ml of fuel, and that has heated up my dinner and made me a brew. So gonna relight it again. Got my toilet paper tablet. Just gonna pull that, fluff it up a little bit. We'll just relight it again for the practice. Toilet paper tablet. Put that in. And light that up. It's a very, very, very good piece of kit, this. I can see a torch down there. You can see it. A couple of torches. So there's a lot of people out. It's the advantage of having a really, really low profile stove. There's no way that anybody can see that unless they come maybe within 3 meters of me. So this is where having a good shelter is really important, because if I turn the light off, see the stove there, if I just walk a couple of metres away, you can see the stove. See if I come behind the shelter. Can't see a thing. And if I come in front of the shelter, try not to trip over. If I come in front of the shelter, you can see the stove there. If I go a couple of metres away, can't see a thing. It's funny because I don't actually consider myself to be any kind of self-proclaimed stealth camper, but like, it does help if you know a few tips and you just sort of use your common sense. Like, you know, if you can hear voices and you can see torches and you've got a light on and you don't want to be spotted, turn your light off. Don't make noise, don't move about, don't panic. I am allowed to be here, you know, it's fine, but I just don't like it when I get spotted. You know it's getting late when the birds start to quieten down. The birds, they usually go on till about midnight in this spot. In the summer they can go on until maybe 1-2 o'clock, but yeah, usually I don't see anybody. Even if it's a public place, I don't usually see people walking past 10 p.m. Especially this time of year when it's cold. People don't want to be out in the middle of the woods having to carry on. People want to be in their houses with a warm cuppa and, you know, their loved ones. So yeah, it's part of the reason why I actually prefer camping in the winter, because I'm less likely to be disturbed in the winter. The stove has just gone out. And we've got peace and quiet. Apart from that guy, whatever bird that was. So, as some of you might know, I've not been able to get out for an overnight for a very, very long time. I usually like to go out once every 2 weeks, you know, twice a month. But there's just been so much going on with my family, my health. The other half is moving in soon. You know, there's a lot of things going on. So, yeah, and obviously work. I'm studying at the minute as well. I've already got a degree, but there are some things that I need to do for my work, like continuous professional development, so I'm doing that. So yeah, there's just a lot going on, but it feels good. It feels good to get out here in the woods. And this little stove is fantastic, and from like a stealth perspective, but you know, I'm not like a professional at stealth. You know, if you know anything about me, you know I love a carry-on, I love a fire, I love a big shelter, all that. But this is fantastic because if I needed to put this out in an emergency, I just put the lid on it and it goes out. It's great. So I can hide my fire, I can hide myself. You know, it's my shelter's great. Hannah, if you're watching this, you did such a fantastic job helping me with the shelter, so thank you. And if you want to see Hannah come out here and do an all night, let me know in the comment section. So this is my view, absolutely pitch black. And then the inside of the shelter is just so cool. I love the texture. There's still a gap there, but I'm not worried about that. Although that will obviously be an area that light comes through. So if you're building a shelter specifically for stealth, then just be mindful of the gaps. Well, it's getting late, it's quiet, and I've got the forest all to myself, which is what I've been looking forward to for a long time. So I'm going to stop here, and yeah, I'm just going to lay back and just, yeah, enjoy the woods, enjoy my natural habitat, because it's been a long time since I've been out here. So bear with me, and I will check in with you guys if something interesting happens. Temperature at the minute, just about to hit 10. I'm not expecting it to go any lower than 6, so yeah. We'll check in with you guys soon. Show's looking good. Absolutely pitch black in here. So, just up for a pee. Birds are starting their carry on. And I'm covered in debris. I don't know if you guys can see, we've come down to the water to get some more water. And this mist, it's like, you can't see a thing. This new rucksack doesn't make the best pillow. You probably can't hear it, but it sounds like it's raining. But it's not. It's just the moisture in the air condensing because it's really foggy last night. There are a couple of holes in the shelter. Now that it's starting to get light, I can see them. So, I just remembered. I've got a doctor's appointment today, and I'm in the middle of the woods. So, now that it's started to get light, you can see the fog in here actually. But yeah, now that it's started to get light, I need to get a move on. Oh. It's not even cold. Don't even need that, it's not even cold. This blanket is actually only 55% wool, and everybody says it has to be 80% or more to be any good. But doubled up, if you have this doubled up underneath you, it's a good insulator for the ground. It retains most of its insulative value even when it's wet. And I'd like an 80% one, but this has served me well for a good couple of years and it's not letting me down yet. I'm going to be switching over to the foam pad soon because the blow up ones can only go down so low. I couldn't show you the temperature at 5 because I broke my thermometer. I don't even know where it is now, but yeah, it didn't really get down that cold. I think the mist sort of sheltered us from the worst of the cold. Just giving this a wipe because also I used it for my dinner yesterday. As much as I'm no Fiat, I don't really want beans in my breakfast. Beans in my breakfast would be fine, but beans in my coffee, don't know about that. It's absolutely gorgeous. You can see the mist sort of clinging to the top of the trees, but it's really, really thick if you go out onto the water. So we lit the stove with a toilet paper tablet last night. I've got these little fibrous fire brick things, like wool wax, wood fibre things. I'm going to see if I can break one of these up and use one of these. I just want to see how versatile it is. I could probably light it with birch bark. Yeah, just having a little play with this stove. I think somebody seeing me video in the morning is the reason why my last shelter got destroyed. Like, I think that somebody just saw me in it in the morning and just got grumpy about it. So I'm gonna I don't think I want a whole one of these. Just gonna sort of manipulate it. It's just so that I don't have to reach in and like the whole, like reach in and like the whole fluid. That should be enough. It's probably a little bit too much actually. So what's that, half a bottle we've used? No, just, there we go. I've got a soup for breakfast. Bit random, but it is what it is. So I've got a coffee and a soup. So I've just been on the phone to the doctor because that appointment that I said I have, I've just had a text saying that they've cancelled it, and they couldn't fit me in. It's for my heart and my blood pressure, because I've been having some health problems. So it's really important that I get that appointment. But such is life. My water's pretty much boiled, but I've spotted, it must have come up last night, spotted this guy, and got no idea what it is. No idea what it is. You see there's another one, really tiny one there. So the moisture, there's a little mushroom there as well. So we've got a tawny funnel. I'm not sure what that is, and I'm not sure what that is, but they're cool. I mean, it sucks that my appointment has been cancelled, especially because I made the effort to wake up early for it. But it does mean I get more time in the woods. And who doesn't want more time in the woods in that way? So, the coffee. Chicken noodle soup for my breakfast. I really like this one. The batch just cup soup, so really nice. Shelter's looking good. The soup is basically done. Got my coffee, and my book got a little bit damp. It was sort of slightly outside the shelter, but it's not a problem. And yeah, I'm gonna add these mushrooms. Definitely, where is it? Definitely this little sort of conchita, not conchita, that's the wrong word, but these little, this little guy. I'm still tired, guys, bear with me. Just adding these little guys to my book. So, just adding this guy. I haven't openly shared my art really with anybody for years and years. But I hope you guys are enjoying, because there's a lot that goes on when I'm out here that people don't usually see. I try to keep the videos when I'm on an overnight structured, you know, shelter, fire, food, water, just because I think that's what most people want to see. But if you're interested in seeing more of like the unique stuff that I get up to while I'm out here, then let me know. I think I can hear my first car or plane, but that means the dog walkers are not too far behind. I really like this new mug. It's got measurements on the side, but the thing I like the most about it is the bear alarm, because my Crusader canteen, the weird oval one that you would see in basically 99% of my videos, I lost it in Arica, and then I had to get a new one. and the new one is a little bit small. It doesn't nestle into my bottles as well, so I think this is going to be the replacement going forward. Right guys, well, I'm gonna finish up all of this, put the lid on the stove. I've checked the shelter's not got any rubbish in it. Yeah, I'm gonna start getting myself organised to get out of here, because if I can get out of here without being seen, that will be good. Put the stove out. Right, well, if you made it to the end of this video, thanks for watching. You're a star. Sorry that I've not been able to get out for an overnighter sooner. My preference is sort of 2 a week. Oh, there's the first dog walker, so we've got to make this quick. Yeah, thanks for watching. Sorry I've not been out in a while, but health, family, studying, you know how it is. Yeah, if you'd like to see, would like to see more videos from me, be sure to like, subscribe, leave a wee comment, let me know what videos you want to see. Hopefully I'll be able to get out again soon. If you're enjoying the mushroom content, let me know, and if there's any skills that you'd like me to demonstrate, let me know. But yeah, we're going to get out of here before we get seen. So thanks again, and I'll see you guys in the woods.